today I'm here with Daniela Kronwall, who is one of my clients. Hi, Daniela.
Hi, Josephine. Thank you so much for having me. It's lovely to be here.
Yeah, thank you so much too for being here. And I forgot to ask you before we went live. I think that is one of your newest artworks, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is. Yes, and actually, it's not done yet. It's still in the working process. So yeah, but I'm very, very excited. It's the quantum field with love, touches of love, all the universal love inside of it.
And that's amazing. And now that we're talking a little bit about art, so why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what it is that you're doing?
Yes, thank you, Josephine. So my name is Daniela Kronwall, and I am the founder of Art and Powerful Mindset. And I work as a motivational strategist as well as an artist. And I inspire people to show their feelings, thoughts, and ideas through art and through empowerment. And then also on the side, I would say I also work as a psychology teacher and English teacher within the adult education in Sweden.
That is, and I think that is kind of really interesting for people. So how you can combine these two worlds, but we can get to that a little bit later on, because why don't you take us back to the time when you and I started working together, where you were, because then you didn't have a company, you hadn't started your business yet. I know you had been to a couple of my workshops, so that was how we got to know each other, but you hadn't yet taken the leap to join me. So take us back to when we first met.
Yes. So, well, this was last summer. Can't believe. But yes, it was last summer. And at that time, I had so many ideas and so many things I wanted to do. But around that time, I didn't really know how I would get them all together. And then I found Josephine. I found you, which I am so grateful and happy for, because what I then saw that you had to give in your program was that all these things, all the tools that I needed to actually set up my online business, because I had this vision that I really wanted to make an online course. And so I had all the ideas, but then really to put it all together, as in like all from scratch to the end, then that was something brand new. Because when you teach, for example, like I do in psychology or English, then the courses are all set from the government. But then here I then wanted to create a course by myself. Well, then of course made of what research is there. So that's how I got into it. And Josephine, well, in these workshops that we had then during last summer, you showed me how important it is, for example, to have a scalable business, and like to see how you can get into your business from different levels and different different ways of attracting, let's say, your client, and to see how you can build a scalable business. And for me at that time, now it feels like a long time ago actually, but it was just like, oh my God, what is this? But now I know all about it, and I am so grateful and happy to be taking this Josephine's course, because it has given me all the tools that I ever needed to actually create an online course, and not just one, because I have created more.
Exactly. When you just started about it and you started, you're like, but that is also your thing. You are a very creative person. But I think that was probably also a little bit your challenge to make sure you focus on one thing at a time and not 10, 15 different things at a time to get to an online product.
Yes, exactly. And actually, yeah, in talking about challenge is then that is something that I saw that in the beginning, before I started, that I had all these amazing ideas. But it was then tricky to know, okay, so where do I really start? Because I can imagine, or I could imagine, and now I know that there are so many different things to think about when you actually set up your business from scratch. So, yeah, my challenge was then to take one thing and to know even what thing to do first, because as Josephine, you say, I have so many ideas and I get so many ideas every single day pretty much, and it's like I write them down so I have them there, but then okay, when am I gonna start to do this and this and this, and how am I gonna put it all together? Yeah.
So we have a comment here. I think it's Åsa actually. So hi ladies, greetings from a super snowy Sweden. Hi Åsa, lovely to have you here. I see we have someone else. If any of the people who are watching live have any questions, either to me or to Daniela, please feel free to add them in the comment chat. And Daniela will also say afterwards how you can connect with her in case you have any questions or want to connect with her. So hi, Åsa, lovely to see you.
Yeah. Hi, Åsa. Lovely to see you.
So that means that when you joined me, you had all of these ideas, but you didn't really know where to start, so where to put them. So that is kind of what we started. We started doing some market research, and you actually got quite a significant number of replies on your survey. So how many replies did you get? Do you remember?
Yes, yes. I got 280. 280 people, which was really nice, because I remember the first day after, like I had none, and then it came like 1, 2, 3, and it's like, oh my god, am I really going to get something out of this? But then suddenly after a few days, then the people just started to drop in, and actually I would say that this thing that you teach, Josephine, about market research and how to do the market research, it is so valuable and so important, because I think this is something actually that if I think about like where I were and where I am and how I've been able to get where I am, this market research is actually I would say like one of the most important things, because let's say before I started, I had this idea, as I said, like I had all the ideas what I wanted to do. But just because you have an idea, you can think something is good. But let's say if people don't really have a need for something or want something, you can think it is amazing. But what are you going to do with it if nobody wants it? I mean, you never know, really. Yeah. But so doing one of these market research and also getting so many replies gave me some really good survey material, so like research material to see what do people really want in regards then to for what I look into, like what is important for people when they want to create their dreams. How do they do that, and what do people want to live a fulfilling life? And all these answers have been the foundation in then the courses I have set up. So I am so grateful, and I think it's so great, this particular part of the course.
Yeah. So I first we got a question here, and I'll bring out the question in a second. But I think one thing that is really, really important to remember too is that you didn't give up. So you sent out your survey, you shared your survey, and you didn't give up because you changed tactics. You saw that this is not really working. I need to up my game here, and that's what you did too. So that is really important. So the question is, And we're not going to go into detail in how the market research is done, because that is part of my program. That is part of my unique selling proposition. But we can definitely reply to this question. How did you send out the market survey, Daniela? Did you do it on social media or in emails?
Yes, so I did it through social media, and actually, as Josephine said, I actually changed strategy. So just like after the first day, as I said, that I didn't see that I got too many replies. Then I thought, could it be something maybe with the colors? Could it be something with the picture? Could it be something with a headline? They're just like trying out different things. So I decided to actually send with the survey with different pictures into different social media platforms. And that gave great results.
And not to forget that when Daniela did this, she didn't have an email list then. She didn't have a huge social media following. She didn't have, I don't think you were on TikTok back then. Now you're on TikTok. So she has built up her whole social media following and everything since then. That was the basis. And she still got 280 replies. That shows that you don't have to have a huge following already now to get such amazing results, if you know how to do it and how to do it correctly. And that is part of what I teach. But if we move on, so the first change that you noticed then, Daniela, what was the first change that you noticed?
The first change I noticed in your course was that all these amazing things that I had in my mind, I could start to structure it. And I could see that for each week, I could sort of place the different thoughts I've been having in my mind. I could just place, okay, but these ones I'm going to use and develop more into, let's say, this week. And then in week 3, I'm going to then put, these other thoughts and work with them there. So, so all these different things that I had with me, I then now saw that, okay, I get a great structure here, like a really good action plan of what to do and when to do. And I could see that, okay, I am going to make this within this time frame with a lot of dedication and discipline. And this is something that I have. So I would say this is it's very important to have the discipline and dedication, because it is a lot of work. But when you do it for yourself and you absolutely love what you do, then it's just really amazing to have this great plan that you give, Josephine, because then you can be assured, or at least I felt that I was assured that I would be able to really, know that I would get the time for each thing to do in these different weeks of the programming.
Yeah, you had a real roadmap that you knew, if I follow these steps within my whatever number of weeks, you will have this because also what we need to add, you're not a full-time entrepreneur. You did this in your spare time, if you want to put it like that, and you were super dedicated and did all these things and showed up to all the trainings too, I must add. So if you would mention 3 key takeaways, what would those key takeaways be?
Well, I would say that, first and foremost, how important it is when you want to build an online business to do this market research. That is the key number 1. Because if you don't have that, then maybe it's going to work for a little bit, but then you don't really have that strong foundation. So I realized how important it is to have that, your market research, as your foundation in how you can build your course. And then I would say then also the actual market analysis. So to see, okay, what is it that you look at, you do the research, but then you analyze, and then you see what is really important here. And then the third thing, oh my God, there's so many things actually, Josephine. I mean, your course is full of things. But I would say that one thing that I didn't know and that I really got to learn in your course is the importance of social media and like how to nurture your audience and how to build your know, like, and trust, and how important it is, for example, to plan, let's say, your conversion events, like for the whole year.
I'm so proud of you, Daniela. You're using these words now that you probably didn't even know back in July last year. Now we're like conversion events and know, like, and trust, as if it's been in your blood the whole time.
Yeah, well, I've been learning from a great teacher.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much. And if you would summarize this to one thing, what has helped you the most?
Well, then I would say you.
Ooh.
Yeah. You, like the way you are there as I forgot the word. Accountability partner, and how you support all the way, like from the beginning, from day one to all, like, to the last day in the course. And even I would say, like,
even beyond, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. I would say that as well.
Yes, Daniela, you need to check this.
I know. So that is fantastic. Yeah, but then of course, I mean, each step in the course, like how to build each week, for example, like when you want to set up when you want to make the course by itself, how you do that, and like all the different steps in that part as well, has really given me a lot. So now I didn't say just one thing.
No, you didn't. You do it in a simple way that doesn't cost you loads of money to just get it set up and dusted. We do that in a very kind of like simple way. So I think that is super. If someone is kind of thinking, oh, I don't know if this is the right step for me now, what would you say to that person?
I would say, if you have this burning desire, like you feel that it's your passion, you really, 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 you have this great idea, and maybe at the moment you don't know then what to do with your idea, but you have this idea, and every day when you wake up, you think about this, and you feel that this is what I want to do, then I would say that you should definitely go in with Josephine in her program, because all these tools, all these strategies, all these like methods that she's teaching, they are so good. And like, if I think about, well, before I did this and where I am now, I mean, at the time I wanted to create one online course, but I have now created 3. And I can even see that I can do more. So by having all these skills that Josephine is teaching, you can just do so many amazing, great things, and to serve a lot of people. So I would just say, go for it.
Cool. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for showing up here and for being here and for being one of my fantastic dream clients. It's been an honor to work with you, Daniela, and I know we will continue, not in the same capacity, but in different ways. So how can people connect with you if they have any questions, or maybe they would be interested in learning what it is that you're doing? How can people connect with you in the best way?
Well, thank you, Josephine. Oh, first, I want to say as well, like it has been an honor, and it is an honor to know you and be in your course and be in contact with you. And yes, we will continue in some way. So, how you guys can get in contact with me? Either, well, you can get in contact with me on Facebook, and you see my name, Daniela Kronwall. I can even, I don't know if I can write somewhere like.
No, inside StreamYard.
I don't know. I haven't used the
I don't think I can.
StreamYard before, so I don't know if you can write. But anyway, it is Daniela Kronwall, and the same way, if you want to, you can find me on Instagram, and it is Daniela Kronwall, motivational strategist. And as well, LinkedIn. I would say I don't use LinkedIn as much, but you can find me there as well. And it is just Daniela Kronwall. So Daniell.
Is
I
that
was
right?
gonna say.
Can you see that?
Oh yes, you got it. Perfect.
Yeah. So, and on Facebook the same, Daniela Kronwall on Facebook. Daniela is also a member of our Facebook group, so just connect with her there.
Yes. And if you have any questions about anything, then you are more than welcome to write to me. I'm looking forward to hear from you.
But no questions about her market research in detail.
Okay.
That is my secret. That is my secret sauce. Amongst others.
I will then direct you. I will direct to you, just
exactly. So, okay, maybe for piece of the cake. Well, thank you so much, Daniela, for being here. I will end this podcast today. By the way, I will go live tomorrow morning. I haven't decided on the time yet because I've received a couple of questions, and I will want to make sure that I reply to the questions in live. So I will set up a separate live for that so that I can just give you a brief overview, a little bit more. What is actually in the program? How is it set up? And are we 100 people in the program, or how does it look like? So I will do that tomorrow morning. Okay. Thank you all, and see you, and have a lovely rest of the day.